Okay, so I can see there are quite a few people who have already joined. Um, this is mainly for parents, obviously. I just wanted to kind of have a little discussion on, what we are planning to do, as well as what the children should do, because most of us don't realize how much stressed even the children are. We are all stressed. We all are staying indoors, and we all have our own issues. There's somebody, we know is unwell, or there's so many other factors other than, just being staying at home and working from home. So I just wanted to bring to all the parents notice that, what are the little things that we can do. So I'm also a sports psychologist, and uh, I work a lot with children. And let me tell you, children are equally stressed as much as us, because children are very outgoing. They're used to spending time with people. Now they're stuck with the parents. They're stuck at home. So mentally also there are, a lot of issues, as well as the motivation factor, especially when we come to golf and fitness. I mean, those are the main concerns as far as I am there. The main concern is, what do we do with the children coming back to golf? How do they come back? How do they work on themselves, as well as their fitness and nutrition? So my main request to parents is that, try to give them little goals. Give them, like, most of the places, I think the lockdown is on till the 15th. Few places like Ahmedabad and all, they're already open for golf. But especially for those who are closed for golf, give the kids maybe a 12-day or a 10-day goal till the lockdown ends. It could be little things. It could be things like push-ups, which I had mentioned to the kids also the last day I did a session. Just give them a target that, okay, you can do 10 push-ups non-stop. In the next 10 days, you should be able to do 13 non-stop. Or you can do 2, you should be able to do 3. You can do 5, you should be able to do 8. You should be able to do that many crunches. If you can't touch your toes, or you can, go down only till your ankle, then in the next 10 days, work on getting to touch your toes. So some kind of physical target which is doable at home. Some kind of exercise target which is doable at home, because otherwise the kids being so stationary and so stuck at home, that once they come out, they will have they will be susceptible to injuries. So that's one part of it. Even with the eating habits, try to get them into that routine of eating properly, so that what happens is, you're watching a lot of TV, you're hanging around, you're having chips, you're having your cokes. So diet is a very, very serious issue that needs to be taken care of when we are going through this lockdown. I would also like other parents to come and get involved in this discussion, because uh, also later I'm going to talk a little bit about what precautions we are taking once we open up. But if there are any concerns, if there are any questions parents have, please feel to just ask from now itself. We'll keep this discussion very short. So we will probably finish by 6:30, 6:40. But I would be happy to address parents' questions. So if there are any questions, you can unmute and ask. Nothing. I can see Uzair's mom. Hi. Hello. We haven't met yet. Vibhu's there. Vibhu's, I think Vibhu's mother's there.
No, sir, this is Tyagi here. Vibhu's father.
Mr. Tyagi, how are you?
I'm good, sir. Thank you. How are you?
Good. When are you coming back to India?
I'm already in India, sir.
Oh, you're here? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
So, see, both the kids are lucky that they can play golf now, because they're the only ones who are playing golf. Rest of all our students are stranded at home. But are they playing on the course also now, Aditya and Vibhu?
Yes, sir. weekly 5 or 6 days they are going for driving range and plus 9 or 18 hole round also.
Okay.
So, but not too much on the golf course because sometimes the crowd is too much just to be safe
Okay.
side.
Right.
But
right.
yes, on driving range they are spending like 4 or 5
Yeah,
hours.
we did a class yesterday also.
Yes,
Try and
sir.
get them to go a little early because Ahmedabad gets very hot. So I told Aditya, if the range opens at 6:30, they should reach the range at 6:30.
Yes,
that
sir.
they
We will prepone because generally we arrive like 7 o'clock, but now we'll because the
Yeah.
heat is really high now.
No,
too
and
much.
it's better. It's better that they go early and then they can leave half an hour early also.
Right, sir.
So by 6:15 also, if they reach, then in 15 minutes they can warm up and get ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what they are doing. But now we have to be like half an hour or 45 minutes early.
Yeah.
So just to avoid this heat.
Yeah. No, Aditya is doing well with Vibhu. What I'm trying to do is I try and guide Aditya so that Aditya can spend some time with Vibhu and get him to do his things properly. It becomes a little easier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But Vibhu sends me his videos, so he interacts with me quite a bit now.
Yes, sir. And at home also, as you know, we have this our putting mat. So
Yeah.
they are doing this also and exercise. So, but sometimes I'm not very much comfortable what they are doing because they have to be more focused and spend some more time. As per
Yeah,
in my opinion, like they have to be more,
No, so
attentive on this.
it's very important that they send their sheets. This is for everyone, including Uzair and all the kids. I think most of my kids, at least the children who are working with me, or even with the academy, I would really request all of them to maintain their sheets. There is a tracking sheet that I have made for all the children. They have to maintain it, even if they're not playing golf. At least their fitness, their meditation, all those have to be maintained. Mrs. Firdaus is there. I can see her. So, I want to just tell you that just try and make sure that Uzair fills up his sheets all the time. And there is no golf, so you can leave the golf part out, but the fitness and the nutrition part, he should be filling up every day. So that, when he sends the report, he himself can assess. So, for all the parents, we have a tracking sheet. The elite kids have a tracking sheet, but there may be some children from the academy who are not my students. We can send them the tracking sheets also. And the tracking sheet is basically a self-evaluation where they fill in the amount of work that they're doing daily. And then every week they're supposed to send it. But most of the kids are not sending it. And I had told them that even if you're sitting at home, you still have to fill the sheet and send it because somebody had a question.
Yes, sir. He is asking for the tracking sheet. If we can send the tracking sheet.
Okay, so if you send your email, then we'll send the tracking sheet. But all the elite kids get their tracking sheets, and I think only 1 or 2 children send it. Rest of them don't send it. So that is something that is a little worrisome for me. And if that sheet can be filled by everybody, if you do nothing, fill nothing. Just put dash that I've done nothing. But then after 1 month, don't come and say that my game is not good. I'm not playing well. Once I'm talking about it, once it opens up, don't come and this is for the children. I'm saying the children should not come and say, sir, my game is not improving. I'm not getting better, because you're not doing what you're meant to do. So the tracking sheet does 2 things. One is that it gives the child a perception or a feedback that how much work he's putting in. 2, it gives the parents and coaches an indicator that how much work he's doing. Now, if he's not doing enough work, he'll not see results. If he's doing enough work, and then there are no results, then of course we have a problem. That means either we are not coaching properly, or if we are coaching properly, then maybe the child is not understanding, or maybe the child is doing something wrong. So this is why the tracking sheet is extremely important. Children fill up every week and send it to the academy, to whoever the coaches are or to me or to Anushka or Sripanna, whoever's there, we will, for the kids who are in the elite program, they already have the details. If they're not sending it, then obviously they've forgotten about it. But this has been given to all of them. Secondly, sorry.
Yes, actually, I didn't know that there was something called tracking sheets. Now I'll check up with him whether he's sending it.
Yeah. Please track it a little bit. And I know that you look after his diet and everything. So,
Yes.
I mean, obviously, Uzair is a fantastic story from what he was to what he is now. But now we have to take him to another level and make him
Yes.
into an international athlete.
He's
So,
got some practice thing at
yes.
the back.
Yes, I've seen that. He sends me videos. So those
Acha.
children who are not being able to go to the golf course but have created some kind of a practice situation in the house, please make sure that you're practicing. Don't just put the net there and forget about it. Those who don't have that option, do some putting. If you don't even have that option, then at least make some swings. So you will have some open space in the house where you can make 100 swings a day. So I want every kid making 100 golf swings every day without fail. 100 golf swings, proper golf swings every day. And that's a little bit of an exercise also, because you're doing it you're doing one after the other. And it is also something that will keep your muscle memory going. Everybody at least 3 to 4 times a week should be doing some exercise. Our fitness anyway sessions are on every Saturday. I think it's every Saturday. But the recordings are available. So you have got options of doing 20 different workouts from the videos. So you can play those videos and do 3-4 times a week workouts. So the working out, the exercises is extremely important. Most of you know meditation exercises. Those who don't have, we'll send you some links. Uzair knows, all the kids who are there in the elite program know. So please do a little bit of your meditation, relaxation exercises also. So I would request all the parents to just track whatever the kids are doing through the lockdown, because these 11 days now, Calcutta, I think, is going to open on the 16th. What I get to hear is that Kolkata may open a little earlier with the golf. So that is the indication I'm getting. So don't be surprised if golf opens by the 10th or 11th in Kolkata. Rest of the cities, I'm not too sure of. I think Delhi and Mumbai are probably going to open also around the 14th, 15th. But I'm not sure if golf is going to open. But this is the time. What is very important is this is the time. Is there anything, Sripanna, is there a question?
No, so the question is, Jia Kataria ma'am wants the list of the meditation exercises.
Okay, so whoever needs anything, just drop in your email ID or WhatsApp number, and we will send it to you by tonight itself. So this is the time. See, this is a time where you sit, sulk, you eat, you watch a lot of TV, and you get more unfit, or this is the time where you make up for everything you missed out on. So everything that you can get better at. So you've got to work harder. Also, a lot of the kids who are very serious about their golf, I think this is the time for you to catch up on your studies. So if you can, finish all your assignments, all your studies over the next 10, 12 days, then when golf opens, you have more time to play your golf. But tracking is the number one thing. The second thing that I would request all the parents to do is also to make sure that the children have some kind of a routine. It's extremely important that they go to bed at a certain time, wake up at a certain time, because now with schools off and you don't have to travel to school. So even if you have a class at 8, you can wake up at 5 to 8 and do the class. So it's very important to have some kind of a discipline for the children, which they should follow even now. If they were sleeping at 9, they say, okay, we'll sleep at 10:30, fine, but 10:30 should be 10:30. Because what it will do is it will also help with the mental toughness for the kids. Because following a disciplined routine helps the children get more mentally tougher. If there are any questions, I wouldn't mind. I would like to actually take a few questions if anyone has one, because maybe I'm missing out on some things that I wanted to talk about. But if any parent wants to make a point, you can unmute yourself and.
Yes, sir. Like as you said, that exercise should be at least 4 times a week. Actually, it
Right.
should be 6 times a week, 6 days.
So yeah, well, that is
Because
ideal.
if we give the target of like 6 days, then only they may do like 4 or 5 days. If we give them timeline for 4 weeks, 4 days, then for sure they will be doing only for 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, well,
Right.
actually, ideally, the yoga part of it should be done 7 days a week. So
Yes, sir.
even if they do 15 minutes of yoga, the difference between yoga and stretching is yoga is with the breath. So when you do yoga, you are also meditating. If you do yoga properly, then you are also meditating. You are also focusing on your breath. And if kids do yoga every day, even for 20 minutes or 15 minutes a day, it's going to make a huge difference. So yoga is not a 3 days, 4 days a week thing. It's like brushing your teeth. So the yoga should be done every day. Sriparna, if there are any questions, type, please read it, because I'm not wearing my glasses.
Yes, the question is actually well, that's Arno. How to get discipline, sir? How to be disciplined?
Well, that's the toughest thing, because I have 2 kids and it's for a parent it's virtually impossible. I think you got to put your foot down at some point of time. And again, for the kids who are serious about golf, I think you have to put your foot down. And also the phone time, or the screen time, whether it's a phone or whether it's a laptop or TV, any screen time I think has to be regulated. So there has to be a number of minutes or hours that you have to put on the child, no matter how big your child is. Even if he's 19, even if he's 8, 9, 10, 13, 18, 20, whatever may be the age, there has to be a screen time which cannot be exceeded. And how you use the screen time is up to you, but you must put a screen time on the children. That's the only way to get the discipline into the children. I think there's something else also, Sripanna.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a putting mat, but Jia ma'am's daughter said felling is not coming on mat. So, how to recover?
What is
from
not coming?
felling?
Feel
Actually,
properly.
feeling is not coming on mat then.
Yeah, so it's okay. Work on the stroke. Just work on the putting stroke. So let me tell you, when I grew up, we never even had putting mats. We used to putt on carpets. But I remember growing up, we had a long, very huge veranda, an open veranda in the house, and I used to putt on the veranda on the marble floor, and I used to practice putting, because the marble floor is very fast. You had to just touch the ball, and we used to practice putting by just touching the ball so that it goes and stops before the wall. So if you really want to work on your skill, you can work on your skill. So there is no excuse. If the child, and I'm available, so obviously all the parents who are here, their children are in some way associated either with me or with the academy. And if the children want some help on how they can practice their golf, because every child will have a different situation, I can personally talk to them. They can just drop me a WhatsApp, and I can personally talk to them today or tomorrow morning and tell them how to, make the most of whatever they have. So there is no excuse, no matter what. You may live in a 1-bedroom flat also. You will be able to do something or the other which is going to help your golf. There is no question about that. Anything else, Sripanna?
No, as of now, there's this one question from Arnok's mother, maybe. Arnok is suffering from asthma, so he is asking for any meditation or yoga, but in particular.
But see, I'm not. I wouldn't want to recommend something but myself, but pranayams help a lot. So pranayam can get asthma completely cured, which I can say with 100% conviction, because yoga helped me cure my asthma. And I used to carry a puff all my life. I still carry the puff, but I haven't, touch wood, used it in maybe 10 years now, 15 years. So meditation, especially pranayam, is going to definitely help the children get calm also, anger management, children who get very angry very quickly, as well as it helps asthma also. But obviously it has to be done with proper supervision. It can't be, you and me can't just tell them to do this asana, that asana. Yes, Vipanna, there's one more question.
No, so as of now.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Tyagi.
Yes, sir. About this asthma, as you mentioned, I also have this severe asthma from my mother, and it's by birth. And
Okay.
I start doing exercise, not yoga at that time, but I start doing exercise because I born and brought up in a farming family.
Right.
But we used to do a lot of hard work and then exercise, and like local game, we used to play running, especially running and jumping.
Yeah.
Now I am 47 years and only 2 times I had to take this puff. I never required.
Absolutely. So we have to understand one thing. I'm 49. So, all the parents who are, say, above 40 or whatever, obviously all the parents are somewhere in the late 30s or 40s. We've all grown up in a different way. We never had anything except Doordarshan to watch when we were growing up. And for us, enjoyment or entertainment was going out and playing outside. Fun for us was playing a sport, whether you stay in the city or in the rural areas. You played a sport. When I don't remember having a problem touching my toes, I never had a problem touching my toes. I'm sure all of you who are around our age will be able to say that we could touch our toes when we were young without even a worry. And that's because we all learned playing outside. Today it's different. Today a child playing a sport is like a investment. Today, every sport, if they want to play, they go to an academy, if they at all play a sport. Most of them are indoors. Most of them are staying in communities where they have so many channels to watch, so many internet games, video games, mobile phones. So today, we've done this in our academy. 10 kids, pull them out randomly, ask them to touch their toes. They can't touch their toes. 8 to 9 out of 10 children cannot touch their toes without bending their knees. And this is a test you can, do it at home with your kids. The only kids who can touch their toes are the ones who are probably learning classical dancing or are doing karate or are generally active in playing sports. They're the only ones who can touch their toes. Otherwise, the basic thing like touching a toe, 8 to 9 kids out of 10 can't do that in today's world. There is a question, I think, Sipana.
Yes, sir.
You could unmute yourself and also ask. Yeah, but read it out.
No, there's no question written.
Sir, can I ask? Can I add one more thing, sir?
Sure.
In your tracking sheet, if you can add one more column, how much time they spent on the screen, and they have to fill up
I would love to.
religiously. Sorry,
Okay,
sir?
that is something I was avoiding because the children won't love me so much, but I'll add it. That's
Yeah,
a great
because
idea. Yeah.
Later on, at the end of month or a year, once they say when the blame game will start, then we can show them their sheet that this is your hard work and what time you spend on screen and how much time you spend on the game or study or whatever you did.
Actually, then we'll add two more. We'll add two more columns. We'll add one for the studies and one for screen time. So, Sripanna, can you make a note? So
Yes, sir.
we'll make a new sheet and send it. So the study as well as screen time. So we'll add 2 more points to it. In fact, we'll add one more point is the number of hours of sleep, because that's very important. Today, children, I don't think either don't sleep enough or they sleep too much. my daughter must be sleeping now 15 hours a day or something of that sort. My son goes to sleep at 2 in the morning. So, things have completely gone out of control. And I can see it in my house. And it's something that we have to take some kind of action, because we have gone into a virtual world. The biggest problem is that over the last, now it's 15 months or 16 months, with that in between 3 months of opening up, we have actually, our lifestyle has changed. We've gone into a virtual world, and that is something that's going to be very difficult for us to get out of. And the children, we've actually lost almost 2 years of our lives. If you really look at it, the children have lost 2 years of school. I know I teach at a college which has a 1-year course. In fact, Sriparna is also studying there, which is a post-grad course. Now, these kids in this entire 1 year have not seen their college like day to day. They haven't met their colleagues. They haven't made friends. So they're completely doing college in a situation which is completely a virtual scene. And these will have repercussions on the children's lives as we go forward. So the better we can control and give them a life which is a little more regulated, the easier it will be for them to come back to the real life. Because trust me, parents, it's going to be a very tough rehab time also when we open up. And I don't see a full open up happening this year. Honestly speaking, people are scared of the third wave. And once we start opening up, people will be a lot more careful than the first wave. And Corona is probably not going to go away in the next 3-4 months or 6 months. It'll probably be around for maybe a year. I don't know. This lifestyle is not going to go away. This lifestyle is going to continue over the next 6, 7, 8 months, maybe a year also. It's very important we put our foot down and put these timings into place for all the children. You will see that the kids who are not doing it, they will not want to fill the sheet up. And I would like each and every parent who's attending this to definitely take or just drop me a WhatsApp, because all of you have my number, and I will send you the sheets. I'll have someone send you a sheet from our office by tomorrow. By tomorrow 12 o'clock, all the parents will have this tracking sheet, blank Excel sheet sent to them, which they can either fill up online on the computer and keep a soft copy, or they can take a printout and make copies and then physically get it filled up, whichever way you want to do it. But a tracking sheet is a must. So Sriparna, 3 things: sleep, study, and screen time. These are the 3 things we are adding to the sheet. Okay. Is there anything else?
Yes, somebody wants your suggestion, like a second sport after golf.
So it really depends on the age. I'll talk about all the age. So if the child is below 11, 12, any sport is good. 2, 3 sports. As they start getting a little older, above 11, 12, still any sport is good. But just be a little careful. If the child wants to be a professional golfer, they just have to be a little careful if they're playing football or rugby or any sport where you can hurt yourself. But playing a sport like tennis, doing swimming, though swimming, I don't know when it's going to open next. Playing anything, even squash to an extent, tennis is better. Any sport, basketball. Problem with team sport now is that I don't see any team sport really happening. So tennis probably is the best sport which complements golf. And then, getting into some kind of workout. Trust me, if you can have 21 days, if you can get your child to exercise for 21 days, it will become a habit. And if they start, depending how old the boy or girl is, if they start, at least idolizing, you can have a favorite golfer, a favorite tennis player, you idolize a sportsman, then what happens is you start trying to look like them, build your physique like them. And that way, suddenly your interest becomes also fitness. So fitness is something that if the child gets interested in, it's going to really be good for them for the rest of their life. But for 21 days, you'll have to push them. I know Sartaj's mother is also here. Sartaj is one of my very regular students. And Sartaj needs to do a lot more, ma'am. I mean, if Sartaj needs to get better, if Sartaj exercises for 21 days seriously in a row, he will want to look different. And that is what I want from all my kids. Is if you get into that exercising mode, so as a parent, you have to keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. 21 days, minimum 21 days, if you can push a child, it becomes a habit. And once it becomes a habit, then you don't need to push the child. They will get into any kind of thing. Sartaj, you're not meant to be here. Your mother's meant to be here. So,
So
so
she
if
called
you
me specially. She
Okay,
told
so-
me sir is calling.
Okay, I'm missing your questions in this session. Sartaj has the maximum questions, and I miss him whenever he's not there for the session. Okay, so anything else? If anyone would like to talk about, the one good thing is my tracking sheet has improved a lot after today's session. So I've learned a lot from today's session. Is there anything anyone wants to?
ट्रैकिंग शीट के लिए की भेजना है
They just send the WhatsApp.
That
Just
लिखो.
send the mobile number or the email ID where you want it, and we'll get it sent.
ID or WhatsApp number where you want it to be.
Yeah, whichever number you wanted WhatsApp, or whichever number you want it emailed. Either of the two, I'll get it sent by tomorrow, 12 o'clock. All the people who want the tracking sheets will have it. Those who are in the elite program will anyway have it. So, ma'am, I think Uzair's mom is also here. So, ma'am, just one thing I wanted to mention to you. You know, Uzair is looking to be a professional golfer. There are some kids out here who are a little older and they're actually looking to be golf professionals. So for them, their life is going to be completely different from, say, rest of the parents who are 11, 12, 13-year-old kids who are still not sure. But if your child is looking to be a professional golfer and is more than 14, 15 years old, then he has to look at it like a full-time investment and full-time investment of his time. So 48 hours a week, you have to be working on your game. There is no compromise. The children who are not sure and they want to do it, maybe 20, 24 hours a week is fine. But any child who's working more than 20, 24 hours a week, trust me, has no chance in becoming a international athlete. They can still become good golfers. They can still become good players in the club. But if they're not putting in 24 hours a week minimum, then don't even think about getting there. And for people like Uzair or, you know, even Vibhu, to an extent Aditya, though after he's got exams, Aditya Tyagi. So these are the kids, the 3-4 kids who are looking at golf as a career. And these kids should be looking at close to 48 hours a week. Otherwise, you have no chance.
Uzair was very dedicated. But
No, he is. He is. He is.
In this
No, Uzair.
lockdown, he's really disheartened.
No, but see, that is a part of life. That is where, you know, we also have to, as parents, give them emotional support. So this is one more point I wanted to talk about. I'm not going to take too much more of your time, maybe 10 more minutes. But, you know, what is the role of a parent? The role of a parent is the most crucial role because the child is spending the maximum amount of time with, you know, one or both the parents. And the role of the parent, the most important role, other than obviously funding all their sporting activities, is the emotional support. So, you know, there are three parts, you know, to an athlete. One is the mental part of it. One is the physical part where the skill and the strength and all that. And 3 is the emotional part. So these are the 3 points that makes a champion: physical, mental, and emotional. And emotional and mental are 2 different things. So, you know, mental is mental toughness, concentration, focus, anger management, handling pressure. So these are your mental part of it. Physical is your skill, Physical is your strength, your speed, your stamina. All these are your physical part of it, which includes your skill. And emotional is equally important to physical and mental, because the state of mind, you may be mentally strong, but you may be all the time disturbed. So this is a serious issue. So, and especially in today's times when the whole family is sitting together, we as parents, as husband, wives, even we are getting on each other's nerves. I mean, I'm sure I'm getting on my wife's nerves and vice versa. And it's there in every family. But for the children, it's a completely different emotional stress. They're not meeting their friends. They're not used to going, they're not getting getting an opportunity to go out. So they're kind of cooped up. They're getting into more TV. Most of the kids are always stuck to their phone. So this is a time as a parent, what we have to invest is to make sure that the emotional state is good, and they are emotionally happy, stable. If they have an issue, could be any issue, they may become more sensitive because they're sitting at home all the time. So you will see some issues with children, which are some it's subtle, with some it's huge, and we have to address that because you are going to see a lot more of your child than in the past, at least for the next 1 year at least. So I really don't have much more to talk about, except just one last point is, whenever we open, please only send your child when you are comfortable sending them. I'm talking about especially with our academy in Calcutta, but we are taking all the precautions. We've vaccinated our entire coaches. ProTouch has paid for all our coaches' vaccination. So every coach has been vaccinated, except one, I think, who had corona, so he has to wait. Rest of all our coaches are vaccinated. All our ball boys are vaccinated. All our staff are vaccinated. All our, every single person, the sweeper, every person who the child is going to meet has at least got their one vaccine. So we've taken care of that part of it. The distancing will be maintained. Everything is there, but the risk when somebody goes out is always going to be there. So that risk is something that you will have to take a call when you send the child out. That is something I don't want to even tell you that, we are safe, because we really don't know what is safe, what is not safe. But we are doing, we will do whatever it takes. So that is something that we are doing. I'm sure other cities also is going to be doing the same thing. And I'm always available. So, if the children need a little bit of talking to, I can always talk to the kids. If there's no other question, then we'll end the session, and thank you.
Sir,
So
last, sorry,
Yeah, sure.
just last.
No, please.
Because as far as I know that you are having some physical training classes also, right, sir?
Right.
But in that, I would like to focus more on the exercise which increase the stamina of the kids. Because what I have observed, like as you also mentioned, the kids are most of the time spending at home. So that means they are sitting and eating and the weight is going up or controlled, right?
Yeah.
So, but stamina is totally different compared to the strength.
So, yeah, so, ideally, I want to increase the session. Logistics weren't working out, but ideally, the online classes, I would actually want to increase it to 2 days a week, because then a lot more can be done. And, the teacher we have now, Ritika, who's been with us now for 4-5 months, she's really good. And I've spent a lot of time personally with her, training her up and making her understand golf, because a physical fitness trainer and someone who understands golf is a completely different ball game. So this girl is actually trained, is very well trained now, and she's also ready to take on individual clients, not directly. I mean, we will still coordinate it, but they can take on one-on-one classes, which I'll be sharing with the parents. So parents who are a little more serious with the kids, they can actually start working with a one-on-one. We will try to increase our sessions twice a week. But my only request is that if you're considering doing some online classes for the kids, try and work with this girl, because she's being constantly monitored by us, and she's also being upgraded with all the latest teaching, golf specific fitness technique. We've got Rukmani, who's a level 2 TPI trainer. So Rukmani is also working with her, and she's really good. And she's also a yoga teacher as well as a fitness trainer. So she does both the things. So I don't want to sound like I'm marketing her, but I would like the kids to work with somebody who understands golf, because that way, the exercise, the workouts will be directly affecting or improving your golf game. And I'm only concerned, my main concern obviously is also the fitness of the child, but my main concern is whatever exercises they do, it should be directly benefiting their golf. So yes, I will talk to Ritika also about the stamina part of it. And maybe she can also, send some recorded videos which the kids can do other
Yes,
than a
sir.
session.
Because I have seen that like first 5-6 holes when they go on the course, very energetic and hitting very nicely, like straight and this. But after like maximum 9 hole, they start losing energy and hitting left side.
There is one more thing to this. I will make one more point because you asked this question. Children who get tired towards the end of the round, or who come back home very drained and say, I'm so tired, I played a round of golf and I've got no energy. You also have to take a look at how much water they drank and how they eaten during and before the round. I'm just making this one last point. Children in summer, especially, places like Calcutta and Ahmedabad or Bombay, Delhi, wherever the heat is a lot, during the summer months, they should be drinking at least 1.5 to 2 liters of water on the golf course. Must. And the water should be drunk from the first hole onwards or before teeing off, not on the 14th hole or 15th hole, because once you're tired, then drinking water doesn't help because you're dehydrated. 2 is they have to carry something to eat. Whether it's a banana, whether it's a very good thing is a box of nuts. If you can, make an airtight container which goes into the golf bag with different nuts. So you have some almonds, you have some cashew, you have some the other nuts, some peanuts or some anything, walnuts. Walnuts is very, very good. So just mix up a few nuts. If you want, you can even put in some seeds. Some of the seeds like sunflower seed or any of these seeds. So you can mix it up and make a small dabba of nuts. Put it in their bag. If they can carry a banana, even better. But every 2 holes, they should be popping in 2-3 nuts. If they do that, the energy levels are maintained and they should keep drinking water. One more way of checking is, the child, when he finishes his round of golf, he or she should be feeling like, going and urinating. So passing of urine is a sign that the child is not dehydrated. But if the child drinks water after he's dehydrated, after 6th hole, 7th hole or 9th hole, he starts drinking water, it's too late. Because dehydration, once it steps in, it makes you lose your concentration, as well as it also makes you tired. And once you're dehydrated, even if you drink 4 glasses of water, it's not going to help. So the idea is that from the first hole onwards, if they have a caddy or if they don't have a caddy, tell them that finish a hole. Before you hit your next tee shot, have 1 sip of water. So 18 holes, you're having one sip of water. So make it a habit. That way, your dehydration levels are never going to be bad. So one more thing is, on a windy day, your body loses more body fluid. So it may not be a very hot day, but it's a very windy day. Then you lose a lot of body fluids. So you'll have to keep drinking a lot of water, even if the day is very windy. So nutrition is very, very important before and during the round if they want to, recover well. And finally, once they finish their round, they have to have a lot of carbohydrate. Either give them a bowl of noodles or give them some rice with whatever sabji, or give them pasta, anything that has clean carbohydrate, because that is like putting petrol in your car. So whenever they finish a round of golf, they must have not toast or not steak or not any only vegetables. No, they must have some carbohydrate, either rice or pasta or noodles or anything of that sort, or with some potatoes or something which is pure fuel. That is going to help them get the energy back quickly for the next day. Right. So I think I've spoken too much maybe, but thank you so much for coming. Sunday afternoon, evening is not a good time, I know, for parents to spend time with their teacher, but thanks for coming on. And if any child needs any help, please feel free to connect with me and I'll talk to them. Some of my students, they call me regularly, but if you feel that I need to have a chat with them, I'll definitely do that. Thank you so much. We'll be ending the session.
Okay, sir. Thank you
See
very much.
Stay safe, everyone. Bye.